Welcome back
to
SoulsMeet. Episode 29.
Episode 29. Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back.
That will give you 2 takes of a messy story.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Because you know what? Sometimes people lie to us. Again, we get these stories off of Reddit. We don't read the stories. We only read the title. And sometimes the title is like really enticing.
I know. You just go like, this is
and you're
messy
like,
and juicy.
wow.
Let's go right in.
And then the story's done. So,
they lie to us.
Hopefully that's not the case today, but that's the concept here. And then we play rock, paper, scissors in Spanish.
Piedra, papel o tijera.
And whoever wins then gets to go first and give her take, and then the other person has to give the opposite take.
Yes.
So, if you're new here.
Exactly. And if you're new here also, you have 28 more episodes to watch before this one with,
you know what?
That'll be 56 stories to choose from.
Yeah.
I know that math was really fast. To choose from, and you're gonna have a lot of fun listening to all of them and seeing our takes. Sometimes we don't have other takes. It's just like, that's it. You're an asshole, or you're not an asshole, or you're both an asshole.
Yeah.
That's been a huge one.
That's happened.
A couple of them have been like,
that's happened. You guys have both
wrong.
Problems.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's
go.
get started. First story.
Jarine.
Am I in the wrong for refusing sex with my wife? Okay. I am 32 male and my wife is 29 female. We have fairly an active sexual life.
What's fairly? Okay, sorry.
It doesn't say, but very good question. Last night, I was very tired since I had worked a longer day, and then we went out for a casual date night. We got back around 11, went to bed, and everything was normal for like a couple hours. So by now, it's like 1 in the morning. Okay. Then she tried to initiate. I said no, I was tired, and she got mad. She's basically refusing to talk to me this morning.
Oh, come on.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. This is a good topic.
This is a good topic.
Let's talk about it.
Do we do rock, paper, scissors? I don't know.
Are there 2 takes?
Or let's just like discuss it. Like,
well,
let's talk about not having sex, like not wanting to have sex in a relationship.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. Do we say, are you in the wrong or not, though? Like, this is a complex kind of question.
He's like, am I in the wrong for not wanting sex?
For not wanting to. No, you're not in the wrong. You're not in the wrong. If you don't want
to have sex, you don't want to have sex.
Even if you guys were never active. Okay, well, that's a question mark if you were never active. Yeah. But anyway, no, you're not in the wrong. I think if there's anything that I have...
I'm waiting. I'm like, what have you
done? You know what? No, it's so important to communicate this.
Yes.
And you're a man, which is great, because a lot of the time I feel like
it's the women who doesn't want to have sex.
Yeah. And then, like, whatever, it's the whole thing. But I think it's so important to have this conversation as a couple, because some people may get offended if you say no, if you haven't had an open and honest conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What I think is especially important to do in any relationship, not just a marriage, but any relationship, is be able to say to the other person, hey, when I say I don't want to, it's not because I'm not attracted to you. It's not because it's nothing other than I don't feel like it. I don't want to. I'm tired, whatever it is. Like, we should be able to say no without the other person then getting offended or mad. In this case, she's not even talking to you.
And that is my thing. Right away, when I read this story, I just go straight to this punishment that is happening right now.
She's not talking to you.
Because you could be hurt 100%. In a marriage, you can be hurt by things and say, I'm just really sad that I really wanted to have sex and you didn't want to. But like going cold on somebody, that's a kind of like a punishment.
It's like manipulation.
And it's manipulation. And I would be as pissed if a man does that to a woman. Like, that is literally not okay.
No.
My therapist told me once.
So these are facts.
She said to me in a conversation about sex in general, she's like, everybody is in charge of their own sexual life. And people need to understand that. The fact that you are in a marriage, in a relationship, it doesn't mean that the other person has the
authority, or
not even like the like como que les toca. So it doesn't mean that they have to uh take care or maintain or be the ones to provide that to you. That's what she said to me. They don't necessarily, they don't become the person to provide sex to you, like sexual activity to you. That is something that you need to understand when you're in a relationship, both men and women that like to be offended when the other person doesn't want to have sex with you. You're the person who's aroused at that moment. There are other things you can do to yourself. You could start getting quotes as in like, if it's not something you're gonna get with you, I'm gonna be sad, I'm gonna go do it on my own, and then just so you know, I'll have the expectation that soon we'll have it because I want to have it with you. Yes. But again, like, if this is like a one-off, because he's saying
they're fairly active, he says. Whatever that means to him, that means to him.
But that's also a thing.
Yeah.
It's so different, not even only in between like women and men, also in like people in general. Like, what's fair? Once a week?
Yeah.
Once a month?
Yeah, no, it's very different between couples.
Yeah.
So whatever that means to you, that's what means. But have you had this conversation with
That's
her?
the thing. Probably you haven't.
It doesn't sound like you guys have had a conversation, and I know it's very difficult. It's very vulnerable, and it's a very kind of like, it could be sticky situation to get into, but you need to have those conversations for these kinds of situations when they come up. Because now, and like, now her punishing you for it, that's something you got to talk about.
You got to talk
about. It's going to happen every single time. Like, are you going to feel forced to then have sex with her next time just because you want to avoid her not talking to you? This is very important to talk about because, again, this is interesting because it's happening to a man. Normally it happens to women. Like, I know it's happened to me.
But I don't want to.
I don't want to, and then you're made to feel like, oh, I have to.
Yeah.
So it's interesting it's happening to a man.
To a man. Yeah, I love that. But it's so funny to me that his question specifically, like, am I the wrong for not wanting? Like, that kind of tells me that there is so much you guys need to like dive into when it comes to sexuality. Like, when you go into this conversation and people in general, and like my advice, I guess, if I can give any advice to it, but like I guess like what to me makes sense now after being married for so long, right? It's like, you have to look at sex not as like this. First, it's not a chore. Also, it's not something that the person that it's going to be the same or feel the same forever. There can really be so many rules around it, or for you to just be like, is this right or wrong? No, this has to be a constant conversation in your marriage, in your relationship. Because the same way that you might not want to, you know how sometimes you eat a specific type of meal for like 5 years and you're just like, exactly, this is my favorite, and then you see somebody who you haven't seen in 5 years and they just go like, oh, I know that you really like this, and you just go like, I don't eat that anymore. Yeah, because that's just like that. The way it is. Yeah. You change, you evolve. So this has to be a constant. Like, the fact that he's like, am I in the wrong for not wanting? No, you're not. You never will be wrong for not wanting. No. Now, what is happening in the relationship right after, I don't know how you said no. Like, that is
according to him, he says no. He said, no, I'm tired.
That's what exactly, but I don't know if he said, I don't want to, I'm tired. Like, but again, this is gonna come up as soon as you both be like, okay, something happened last night where there is some sort of like miscommunication. Maybe she really had the expectation going on a date night. Maybe this is something that she really wanted, but then it needs to be talked about, right? Like, every single step of this, maybe her date night for her meant, I need closeness so we can have sex later, and then you went to sleep. Maybe for her it's like the way you said it, and if we flip that, maybe for you it was like, oh, I'm doing my as much as I can to go on a date night already after a very long day of work, just so I can make sure we're okay and we have a date night, but I'm really, really tired, I want to go to sleep. And then tomorrow we can try something else. We can talk about. You see how like this is just literally just conversation after
It's
conversation,
just
conversation.
conversations, yeah.
So you're not in the wrong for not wanting sex.
No,
but your wife is, I guess, in the kind of wrong if she's just going straight to.
I'm angry, I'm not talking
¿Cómo
to
se
you.
llama la ley del hielo?
It's like a silent thing.
Silent treatment.
Silent treatment.
She goes straight to silent treatment.
Yeah, because icing
That
is different.
Wrong. That is wrong.
Yeah.
Even if you're mad, communicate. Even if you wake up the next day, just be like, "Hey, I'm kind of in the mood today because I really wanted to have sex with you last night, so we can talk about it." But like silent treatment, nope.
No. Nope.
Talk about sex.
Talk about sex. Talk about sex.
Talk about sex.
Talk about sex.
Talk about sex.
Real.
Is that like? I know.
Our parents are like, what is
this will be the beginning of the real. Yes. Talk about sex. Talk about sex. Talk about sex. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Am I in the wrong for avoiding my boyfriend while going on a solo trip? I, 21 female, went on my first solo trip to a nearby hill station, 2-hour drive from my place, for a day. Solo trip. I'm in a long distance relationship since 2 years.
Oh.
He, 22 male, called me the moment he got up and read my text about me randomly leaving for the trip. He asked to stay on a call from that point. He was there. Oh, she doesn't want to know what I did. He was there on call when I was trekking to my destination. I hung up several times. I need rest. I will call you once I explore this place. I will show you pics after I'm done. He was constantly calling me, say after every 15 minutes. I asked a stranger for path to a temple, and he said he's also waiting for his friend to come out from a place so he can join me. He has a scooter, so he took me to the temple. I talked to a lot of people, 4 or 5 at least, 20, 30 minutes each person on the trip. So the guy took me there. He was really kind. Then he left on a very famous street for food and went back to find his friend. Now, I want you to see my boyfriend's reaction. The moment I told him I'm going with a guy, he pushed me to stay on call with him all the time. I refused, that it will be disrespectful to the guy. Do you think I should have asked him if I can go with that stranger? Or should have kept him updated after every few minutes? Let me show you what he asked ChatGPT. Listen. Oh, he asked Chat.
So this
the
is
boyfriend
a new
asked
thing
ChatGPT that is happening. People to have an argument, they'll be like, I asked ChatGPT and this is what ChatGPT told me. This is a new
someone
thing.
in the face. Are you kidding me?
Yes. So his boyfriend asked ChatGPT.
Her boyfriend,
sorry. Listen, she went on a solo trip. She met with a guy waiting. You know what I like about this is that we have the guy's perspective of how he sees the situation,
right?
Which is good. We never really have this.
Yes.
Listen, she went on a solo trip. She met with a guy waiting for his friend, and she asked him for some path to a place, and they decided to go together on a scooty to that place. She didn't even ask me once if she should go with them on their scooty or if it's okay to go. That's not really the question that should be okay. And when I asked her to stay on call, she said it's not ethical to be on call with somebody all the way and walk with somebody alongside. It sounds normal, but it's not. An unknown place, and you know how tricky people are these days. Thank God he was a nice guy, and I didn't even say anything because I would spoil her trip mood, of course. But what about my worries? What if something had happened and still she calls and says, did you mind me going with them? Are you mad at me? And I just reply a very deep no. And she pretended to be normal again, and my heaviness of being a partner, seeing her with another guy, so-called normal incident, and her being on a risky solo trip. All these emotions were just ignored, and now she behaves like nothing happened. Thank God she's home and safe, but God, I hate being treated and misunderstood like this. So this is what he put to ChatGPT. So we have both
takes,
and you all need to grow the hell up. You need to grow up. Sorry.
Well, these are 20
year
1 and
olds.
22-year-olds.
Yeah.
You can tell.
They are very different. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah. I guess. Piedra, papel o tijera. Un, dos, tres. Okay, go.
What was the question?
I don't even know.
Oh, am I in the wrong for avoiding my
For
boyfriend?
avoiding him, yeah. Like not being in the call with him, I guess.
You didn't even avoid him. That shouldn't be. You didn't avoid him. She didn't avoid him. She didn't avoid him.
She didn't take the call when she was with
Yeah,
the
but
guy.
that's like not avoiding. You had
That's
just spoken to him for this long, and you anyway. Okay, so are you in the wrong for avoiding?
I love this because we both have been on solo trips
Yes, we have.
to the other side of the world, but
Yeah, not to a day hill trip, whatever it was.
yeah.
Anyway. Oh my God, this is okay. Listen, what is my take in this mess? I think that the boyfriend is. I love, yes, I love having both takes here because he says one thing, she says another, and for me, my opinion is you are controlling the boyfriend, very controlling. I think he's posing it as afraid for her safety. I want her to be okay. I don't think that's true. I think that you're jealous, you're controlling, that you feel justified, that she owes you an explanation, that she owes you telling you that what she's doing 24/7. I don't think that you were even okay from the moment that she told you, I'm going on a day trip by myself. It was like, call me. Give her fucking space. Like, it sounds like you're so controlling. And I'm sorry, I don't like your actions don't justify it. Like, no, I don't believe you. You saying that you're just trying to protect her. What if this is a stranger that we don't know people? Yeah, that's true. But that's not, doesn't sound like that's why you're upset. Also, I think it's gross.
I love your face.
I think it's so gross to ask ChatGPT to prove that you're right in this situation, because I could be wrong, but I feel like a person doing that just shows that you're not even open to hearing her out. You're not open to also understanding where she's coming from. You just want to say to her, you're wrong, and here you go. This is what ChatGPT says. And no.
I have to say, I used ChatGPT once.
For this kind of situation?
No. But I did the opposite. I was like, can you please tell me what I'm not seeing here?
Okay, fair.
I was
that's
like,
not what
this happened. I'm so mad.
Fair.
Is there a way that I'm not seeing something here? And it actually helped for me to understand and be like, oh, like, yeah, like I still had the thing of like, but it was just one time that I used it. I don't think this is something people should be using all the time.
People are using this according
but apparently
it's
happening.
A thing. No, it's a thing. I have friends that literally go on there and tell them about like their dreams every single time. And like rely on ChatGPT to tell them what that dream means, when it's like I can go on forever about this. Let's not get into this. But I think that this guy is very manipulative. He's very controlling. I think that you both need to grow up. I think that people don't know how to communicate. I think there's a very clear way of saying, hey, listen, if that was the truth, that you're afraid for her safety. I think there's a very clear way of saying that without making a big scene. You're just jealous that she took a ride from a freaking stranger in a scooter. Get out of here. Go ahead.
Because I have to go with a different take. The only way that I can go on a different take is if I think of the things, if it's, I assume with you that he wasn't jealous, but I agree. I think he was just jealous the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, what I can tell the girl is, I can see the risks he's thinking. Let's just go with the fact that he was actually very concerned for your safety. Yes, of course. You're going into like, this is like, why did I think it was like mountain?
Well, no,
she said, what did she say?
Just went on like a hike or
like
something.
Like a hike, okay. yes, 100%. It's there are risks to that. There are risks to being in the middle of nowhere. Usually these places are not as crowded. We don't know. We're assuming.
Yeah.
They're not as crowded. You meet somebody, you meet a guy, it might be risky. So in a normal situation, I can understand how your partner could be like, are you trusting this person?
Yeah.
Is this person trustworthy? Like, is this person like please just make sure that there are other people around. You get like also there is we have to be fair to something.
Okay.
It's the image of her in a scooter with a guy. Like when you're going with somebody in a scooter, you have to do this
No,
with a complete
yeah,
stranger.
no, I think
So you have like you are always in like a close, very close proximity with a
I get it.
stranger who could be getting things
The wrong
the
idea.
wrong way.
I get it, but his thing was she didn't ask me.
Right.
She
That's
didn't-
my problem.
Yeah.
That's my problem right away too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just here trying to go for a different
Right.
thing.
It's your
Just
job.
yeah, it's my job to go for a different m- maybe just giving your boyfriend grace, quote unquote, of the fact that he could be uncomfortable with you like going on a scooter with a complete stranger. I might be a little bit like if I wasn't I went to Iceland, if I had been in Iceland being like, Randolph, I just met like
Imagine
a stranger and I'm going to scooter with this person.
imagine me in Rome
You
doing
in
that.
Rome being like,
I know an Italian guy.
she's Lizzie McGuire.
There's this random guy in Rome that gave me a ride
His
in his
name is
scooter.
Paolo.
And I'm just going around with him.
100%. Like our partners
Yes.
are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, like it's going to feel ways. It's the fact that this was rooted in like you should have asked me, you should have told me. Is you already should be like a little bit more careful on like going on a scooter with a guy. Like that's a little bit weird. Now if you're
Yes, it is actually.
yeah, like if you're like if anything, I think I would have called my husband just to be like, or my best friend or somebody.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, I'm in the phone. Like I'm, hey, yeah, my mom is on the phone. Yeah, you know, she just likes to talk to me because you don't know who this. Like
I wouldn't need to do that in the first place.
realistically,
But
yes, realistically,
Yeah.
yeah, realistically, yes. There are risks to what you did, and it's very possible. Like I can tell how, like I can see how your boyfriend might not be okay with that, but that's a different conversation than you should have asked me.
She didn't tell me.
She didn't tell me.
No.
Like this is a risk you took. First of all, this is, and he was calling every 15 minutes. Obviously, there is something there that he's like. It's the jealousy part of it that I'm like, no, 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 no. But the risky safety part, I could understand it, but the way he was coming about it, it was completely rooted in the jealousy. That's the part that I'm like, no, whatever is going to happen to her is going to happen to her, either if she gets on a scooter with a guy or not. You don't want to increase those odds. Yes.
Yeah, please. Yeah, be a little bit more mindful of getting into scooters with strangers.
With a stranger,
please.
Yeah, like that part, I'm like, I know we want to be adventurous. I know we want to believe that everybody's good, and there could have been potential things that told you that it was like, oh, this is a safe guy. This ended up being somebody so cool and safe and fun, and like he was just trying to be nice. But me, even if he looks like a very, very nice guy, I would have called somebody. I would have actually been on the phone and be like, "Oh yeah, somebody's giving me a ride. Ha ha ha! I have somebody here just in case you do something." Because that's sadly the world that we live in.
Yes.
Just in the part of like, okay, that was definitely like a risky thing. However, you're not killing anybody. You didn't do anything wrong. You're free to go on a solo trip. You're free to not even want to have conversations with anybody. You could have gone in that a solo trip completely and said, I'm gonna put my phone aside, and your boyfriend needs to be okay with that. And I'm gonna text you when I'm done. He needs to be okay with that if that's the choice that you want to make. If something happens to you in that trip, well, that was your decision.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be very responsible with what I'm saying, in the sense of like, we don't want anything to happen to you. I'm saying it's a choice you're making, and you are already an adult that can make that choice. if you don't feel that that's enough safety, you can always have somebody that go, but I can, because we understand this. Yes, sometimes you just want to like disconnect from the world completely. I'll text you after. I'll let you know how it went. I'll send you pictures. And also, there is a little moon. Well, if you have an iPhone, that you
I'm
just
sure
like,
an Android also has something.
yeah, you can just tell your boyfriend and say, hey, I just gonna disconnect, but do not disturb. And anybody in your life needs to accept that, even if it sounds crazy to the other person. Right?
Right.
Right. And just,
Respect my boundaries.
yes. Nobody's allowing anybody to do anything. Nobody should be allowing, I'm going to allow you to do this or allow you to not. Is it for you safe for you? Is this a good choice for you? Is this a good call for you?
Is this also, you're in a relationship as well, respectful of your partner? If all of that is yes, have fun on
Your
your
boyfriend
solo trip.
might come and say, you know what? To me, it's disrespectful to get in a scooter with a man. You know what? To me, I don't want to have a girlfriend that goes on solo trips, disconnects from the phone, and I can't reach her. That's what
Okay.
boundaries are for.
Okay.
And that's where people need to compromise.
Yeah.
And that's who he is.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I know. But go on solo trips, people.
Go on solo trips. If there's any advice I could give the world is go on solo trips.
Even if they're small, even if they're
even if they are
away.
day trips, 2 hours away, go on a solo trip.
Even if it's in your same city, you just want to be like, I want to try this restaurant.
Go on a solo trip.
What is it? Talk about sex, go on a solo trip. Talk about sex, go on a solo trip.
Now we're gonna go record that song for you all.
It's gonna be on Spotify.
Yes.
For our 30th
anniversary.
See you next week.
Bye.